Okay, what's up guys? Alright, so we have a top lane Cassiopeia versus a Vladimir. Now, what's so different? Like, why am I doing cast top now? Why haven't I done it before? And that's specifically because there is a change to some of the AP items that directly affect Cassiopeia's performance. Or not necessarily performance, but potential performance with the items. Okay. So items that got changed that are important to Cassiopeia are Rod of Ages, Archangels, Rylai's, and Leandry's. And the Death Cap, yeah. And Zhonya's, like, all of them, pretty much, okay? The reason I say Zhonya's is because it's less expensive. Death Cap is more expensive, but gives more bonus ability power, which goes really well with Cassiopeia's passive. Passive is aspect of the Serpent. I wish it actually showed it, but it doesn't. Either way, her passive is basically another Death Cap, or an old Death Cap, so it stacks really well. I don't think I go late into the game enough to get a Death Cap, but regardless, we still work with some of the changed items. Alright, so Cassiopeia top versus Vladimir. At first sight, you should think, okay, Cassio squishy. So is Vlad, early game. If we try and compare bursts in the early game, we have Cassiopeia who can spam her E level 2, and Vladimir who has like 8-second cooldowns. Excuse me. Let's go and throw this up here. Or 7 seconds. Regardless, like it's you can't really compare the bursts early. Alright. So you definitely have an advantage during the lane phase. I will say this, I've played this matchup quite a few times, and I've won almost all of them. I've won all but one. Okay. The one that I lost was because the enemy Vladimir went Spectre's Cowl into Spellvamp, and that's the only scenario I've ever lost. Or when another one was, it was a rematch of the same person. It was a buddy of mine, and I was really just experimenting. And he rushed Abyssal Scepter, the No Mantle, and that was another scenario. But in most scenarios, when the Vladimir rushes Will of the Ancients as Cassiopeia, you have a high chance to kill him multiple times in lane. So level 1, I started with Twin Fangs specifically to help me last hit. I'm not saying I struggle last hitting with my auto attacks. I will miss some definitely, but I think it's a lot easier to do it with your E, and it costs no mana if you last hit it. It's another thing that's nice. Alright, so I am Cassiopeia, I am a mage, and I do not have any MR, so I'm going to work the bushes so that I don't take any free harass from Vladimir, because he does out-sustain me. So again, I'm working the bushes, I'm queuing the backline to thin the wave out a little bit, because he is going to shove it with his E, and I don't want it to crash into the tower. It does regardless, but I try and hold it back a little bit. Auto attack it once so I can last hit it, queue the backline, and use my E that I miss on the... I missed the cannon, but I use the E for the backline minions. It's unfortunate, but it happens. You can't really beat yourself up. When you miss creeps, like, I used to do this a lot, especially when I was lower elo. I would miss a cannon creep and I would like get mad at myself, like, dude, I missed a creep, like, come on, you suck. But I mean, can't really let it bother you, you know? Everybody misses CS. Again, I'm in the bush. In respect to the lane, I am on the opposite side of Vladimir, always. Okay, I'm playing a little conservative here. I could have gone all in, level 2, level 3. I have the level advantage here, so I'm going to fight him. There you go. It's like that. Now, check this out. This is the part that's important. Okay. Notice that I'm not just standing... Alright, so, right here. I throw the W behind him so that he can't run away, and he has to run towards me. Meaning, when he auto-attacks me while his spells are on cooldown, my minions are going to focus aggro onto him. So I put the W miasma behind him, and I put the Q right underneath him. Alright, so he uses E, his Q. I'm kiting, I'm walking next to him. There's the auto-attack that he uses to proc, and the minions turn aggro onto him. I'm following him, I'm following him, I'm following him. And that's it. That's enough of a trade because I have about 50 mana, or 80 mana. And just like that, that's a trade. Okay, clearly in my favor, but I ran out of mana, so there was no way I could push it through. Nidalee landed the spirit. She had double buffs, so there was no way I was going to take that pounce from her. So I just immediately flashed. By the way, that ward there was mostly to check for a pink ward. Because if it was pink warded, I would have been able to kill it and Rengar could have ganked top, but he didn't, so it was whatever. Took teleport this game, by the way. Got the tier. As soon as luckily I had enough for the tier, so I went back, got the tier, came back into lane. Alright, so now I can be a little more aggressive. Vladimir didn't farm that well. I mean, neither did I, but I mean, he had 4 more creeps than me, meaning that he probably had around 720 gold. So that's nowhere near enough for the Hex Tech. So he was gonna come back to lane with either no mantle or a double amp tomb. Okay. Now he barely had enough for the double amp tomb and came back with no pots. This is something you need to see, especially as a lane bully. In my case, I was using Cassiopeia, using Renekton, Rumble, Riven, Pantheon, any of these Darius, heavy harassers in the top lane. If your opponent doesn't come back with pots, you really need to jump on them. So I had the level 5 advantage. He got it right there, but still I was gonna hit him with 1 or 2 Qs. I saw him waste his W and just hard engaged onto him. Definitely gonna make him burn flash here. My E went on cooldown because I hit him with an E while he wasn't poisoned. But again, regardless, he had no pots, so he has to recall. Okay, he does have teleport, and I believe he does use it. He doesn't even wait to get full health. Yeah, there it is. It's really quick. He's still at half health right now. But you see what I mean? Like, if they don't have pots, go aggressive. You can't really forget about Cassiopeia's Twin Fangs. The passive, it's really nice. If you ever find yourself out of mana as Cassiopeia, simply last hit with Twin Fangs, and it'll restore, like, I think 6% of your mana. Let's find out exactly. Alright, I'm level 6, he's level 5, I'm going in for the harass. Again, no pots, so take advantage of it. Restores 1.5% of her maximum mana. Okay, it used to be a lot more, but she got nerfed. Rest in peace. Alright, so hit him with the Qs. I'm just zoning out now. If you look really closely, when I last hit a minion with my E, my mana bar goes back up. Let's see if you can see it. Probably right there. There it goes. Again, right now all I'm trying to do is zone him out from using his Q for free. Like right there, obviously I can't stop it, but you see my point. Throwing out my asthma to try and zone. Also conserving mana because I'm only at 400. So I won't have enough for that many Twin Fangs because Twin Fangs cost 70 mana each. Just things you have to keep in mind. Mana costs. Yeah, he definitely uses pull here. I failed the E, but it didn't really matter. I still baited out his pull. Again, I'm last hitting with my E because I need to get some mana back. And let's see. Speed through this. The good thing about going backwards and forwards is I don't have to wait while we're doing nothing. I could have recalled there, but I was going to shove in another wave and keep applying the pressure. Because he didn't have full health. He had about maybe 40% health. Recalled, had 1200, so I got the catalyst. Still trying to stack my tier passively. And he shoved in the lane, so I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and TP so I can like not miss any creeps. Alright, so here's Nidalee. You know, funny thing about Cassiopeia is, like Rumble, she does really well in 2v1s. Missed the spear, came in, landed the ulti perfectly, gonna hit the flash, land that last E. My E is not on, it is on cooldown, or it's not on cooldown, sorry. And he's taking minions there, so I'm gonna go in and fight him. Baited out the pull. It was a really nice pull. I thought he had already used it, but something I could have done there is auto attack him. I had red buff, so the auto attack slow would have been pretty good. I have my catalyst proccing, I'm ready to fight. I see Rengar coming from the bottom. Should be a very easy dive. Nice. Alright, that was a mistake here. You see how she jumped in and then walked away? If we would have both turned on her and fought her there, we would have easily killed her. But we did it individually. He landed on a trap. He used his second Q to... He used his empowered to Q instead of heal. Bunch of mistakes there. Bunch of misplays. Actually, I got a message. Let me check that. Alright, so got the blasting one to finish. Man, I baited that pull out really quickly. Went aggressive because he didn't have his pull to run away from me. He can flash, that's fine, but I still have bonus movement speed from Q. And it was that simple. He's got his Hex Tech and a Fiendish, but he has no MR, so he gets smashed. He doesn't have enough CDR to compete with me just yet, with my 0.5 second cooldown spells. Alright, so here I'm just trying to kill the minion wave, zone him out, harass him a little bit. Again, my priority now is farming. I know I got the kill on him. I'm up 30 farm, there's no way this dude's gonna solo me. I got pinged back, so I was like, alright, I'll play it a little safe. Recalled, had my rod. As soon as you have enough gold for rod, you have to get it ASAP. Okay. Again, he shoved the lane in, so I went to TP top. I called the Mia on Vlad, and I called the Mia figuring that, you know, he's gonna roam mid because he can't do anything top lane. If he shoves the lane in, he's gone. He's gonna try and roam. Sure enough, he roamed mid lane, got an assist, and I went to proxy this wave. Really easy to proxy as Cassiopeia. I put the word there because I my spider senses were tingling, snake senses, Kappa. I get hit by the spear, but she knows that I'm a force, so she doesn't mess with me. Correct. The ward was a little late. If it would have been a little sooner, that would have been great, but I think he was on cooldown. Anyways, got another kill. He's shoving in top, and I'm about to be level 12, so I'm going to go ahead and kill these two minions so that I get my level 12 and proc my catalyst right there. Gives me health and mana. He could have dove me there, but my catalyst kind of helped me and saved me. Alright, so I know that he's trying to wait. He's zoning me out. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm up in farm. He's Vladimir, so he's going to naturally shove the lane in, and that's fine with me. Farming. Big deal. I get my needless to finish the Archangels. For some reason, this Nidalee decided that it would be smart to follow Bard into the portal. So she jumps in and then she just gets wrecked. Really good ultimate from Vladimir. I kind of tunnel vision on this guy, but then Bard lands an amazing two-man stun. Throw a Q and miss. I still throw my E on the Anivia. And I turn focus onto the Vladimir because Tom Kench ate the egg and ran off with it. It's very troll. Excuse me, and I'm going back top lane. Alright, so 18 minutes into the game, Vladimir finally decides to build MR. It's way too late. I already have the Archangels finished. So, quite the power spike here. Mostly just farming here, looking for engages. It's kind of hard against Anivia because she does zone me with her ultimate. Barb ulti's the tower, it was useless because we were zoned out. I'm looking for an engage. I have flash and I have my ultimate. I'm ready to fight. I think I tried one, but it's pretty bad though.
So young, so nice.
See, there's that ultimate that's zoning me out from engaging.
Playing in air isn't as easy as it looks.
I think I get too impatient, and I think I forced a flash here. I forced my own flash to try and engage or something. I pinged the mid tower because we need to siege it. I flash ulti here somewhere. Okay, anyways, I recall. What do I buy? I get Merc Treads here just to help me with some CC. And the extra MR is nice to have against the Nivea Vladimir and Nidalee. I mean, against Nidalee it's no big deal, but I do have a Rod of Ages and I do have Archangels. So I mean, I do have a little bit of health to stack. So the MR is nice. I think I forced it. See right there, I walked through, I was trying to find an engage. Couldn't find one. We're getting chunked down, we have to do something. So I popped my flash ulti there, bait it out, put my shield up for Archangels, Orianna shields me, and he flashes over the wall and trolls us with Nivea in his mouth. And we're back where we started. Next item I go for is Zhonya's. Mostly because it's less expensive now. We're fighting. That ulti. Alright, here's the thing. Like I said before in my other commentaries for Cassiopeia, it's all about positioning, okay? Vladimir gets ultied. I turn focus to him to peel him off the Orianna. I see Tristana, so I turn my focus from Vladimir, ulti Tristana, and go back onto the Vlad. Just like that. Alright. It's actually it's cool to watch. Because I mean it's nice to see that, like, I mean I'm not trying to blow myself here. You know, I'm just saying, like, it's nice that I can go back and see that I did this correctly. Ulti Trish, she's out of the fight for 1.5 seconds, and after we kill this guy, we turn focus, she gets wrecked. Well played. I even knew I made a good play. I started BMing. And then Scuttles dodged all my abilities right there. Alright, so I get my Needless. It's less expensive. And I'm looking to fight here. I'm really strong, but Rengar kind of kills everybody. Get a ping on Baron. Baron is going to be kind of tough because they have a Nivea, and that's exactly why. Nivea gets an amazing stun. Vladimir gets a nice ulti. I butcher my ulti. They could have dealt some really good damage to us there if the wall didn't separate Vladimir. My shield is a little late. Again, how do you know when Vladimir's ulti is about to pop? You look at your little health bar on the bottom right, and you can see the little emo plague thing. And as soon as it hits, that's when you pop your shield. But I saw it a little too late. Get my Seekers. Looking to fight. Rengar ulti. Go Nidalee with it. And then I see the catch we have here on Tahm Kench. He lands it slow though, which sucks. So I'm kind of just stuck there. And we're just dancing in the middle lane now. Farming. Nice ulti onto the Nivea from the Bard. But Tahm Kench eats her and walks away. I get the two-man slow on the carry and support. They get a nice little stun. I'm tanking tower and I see this. So I pop my shield. Gives enough time for Bard to kill the Nidalee. Pop the passive on a Nivea. I know I popped the passive. I didn't try and force anything. The passive was good enough for me. It was a good pull. It was a good dodge. And we burned a lot there. And we got 2 kills for nothing. So, on that trade. I have my Zhonya's, so I want to recall and get it, but you guys want to fight. There you go. Alright, there's my Zhonya's. And I get a health crystal for the Giant's Belt, so we can get the Rylai's. Alright. Well played here also. A little bit of a misplay on my part, on both of our parts. Alright, so I land the stun, I get my movement speed, I get hit by the spear, and this bronze Nidalee will jump in every time. So I pop my ulti, get the stun, and pop my Zhonya's. Now this is where I messed up, okay? My Q is up and my E is up, meaning I could have killed her, easily. But I popped Zhonya's out of fear of takedown damage, and my team didn't finish her off fast enough so that when I popped out of stasis, she still hit me with the takedown, even though it didn't even look like she did. That was a good flash right there, yeah. But yeah, it was a misplay on my part. Nice ulti, but again, that's not me. I don't have enough for my giant spell, so I go top lane and get the farm. Vladimir obviously can't keep up with me. Same scenario, she has to come in for some reason, so every time she does, I'm there with my stun. Get some good damage onto the Vlad. Nidalee hits him with a spear, which did hurt. So as soon as she jumps in, I pop my ulti from the bush so that she can't see me. Although she can't see me because of the passive, but you get what I mean. Just bought enough time for Rengar to jump in. He tanked the Q for me, and he's just gonna destroy the... Well, I thought he would, but he's a little smart. Alright, so... Alright, Tristana jumped in and followed for some reason, so she died. Same thing with... Wow, did you see this? Watch this. Oh my gosh, look at this bronze life stuff right here. Look at the bronze life Tristana right here. Watch this. Tristana's like, "What's up, guys? You got this. Let's go. Follow me." Tristana goes, and then what do you know? Nivea goes with, and it's like, "What's up, guys? We got this." Oh my god! And I died because I'm new. Fun game. Alright, there's my giant belt. I'm trying to get Rylai's. This is a little more expensive since you have to buy the needless. Nidalee got wrecked. Oh my gosh. The Bard is my brother. Okay, the Bard and the Lucian are my brothers. Great ulti here. Check this out. So, double stun, amazing. Which I combo in with my ultimate, and then he Bard ultis them. Like, goodness. That's like legit troll. Regardless, we got the W. We got the Orianna ulti, but the Tahm Kench eating ability and the Anivia flash kind of negated most of the damage. I go in, pop my Zhonya's, pop my flash out because I'm a noob. Bad positioning. He eats Vladimir again, and we're just like, that's no fair. This guy thinks he can fight me with that fat shield, but I'm Cassiopeia, man. I hurt. And I could have gotten the kill here too. It's fine. I think Rengar comes in for the triple. Okay, double. Baited. Alright, so check out Vladimir's build. He's 073, I'm 84 and 11. He finally has the two items he needs to beat me. Spirit Visage and Abyssal Scepter. He just got him in the wrong order. It's unfortunate because Vladimir can beat Cassiopeia if he plays it correctly with the correct build. Okay, so I have my Rylai's, which means I'm gonna be a beast. I mean, I was already a beast, but Rylai's is just like icing on the cake. Alright, we ping Baron because Nidalee got killed. I'm Cassiopeia, so I melt Barons. And then Rengar is really fed too, so this guy's out of position. Get some good damage off. I make sure to pop my shield this time to mitigate all the damage. And as soon as the ulti goes down, we go back in. Yeah, that was such a good ulti too. I was tanking, I got the stun off, but Tahm Kench ate Tristana and walked away with her, of course. Got the needless teleported onto a minion so that the minion can stay alive and the tower draws the aggro onto the minion. Nice little stun there, and we're looking to end the game here. We get the poison off. I get stunned though. She dies though, but she stays on the poison for some reason. I'm about to come in with a flash heal, trying to save me, and that was GG. Alright, so any significant notices in the items? That's what I got asked. Did you notice any difference? I did notice the difference in the Rod of Ages and the Zhonya's. Rod of Ages because you do get more AP and it's noticeable. I ended the game with 932 AP. That's a lot without a death cap. Alright. The Zhonya's was cheaper. The Zhonya's and Rylai's are the same price. Okay, so by that logic, it would be ideal based on what each one has to offer you to get Zhonya's first. They're both 3k. Okay. So with 3k, would you rather have a Zhonya's or a Rylai's? I would rather have a Zhonya's. The only reason I would buy Zhonya's wasn't because of the AP. It was because of the proc, the active. You go into stasis. That's what was that's the best part of Zhonya's. It's not the ability power. They can make the thing 0 AP and make it cost 2,500 gold. I would buy it because it's Zhonya's. Like, it's such a great item. But what I'm probably gonna do next is if and win, because actually win because I am gonna make another one. Is I'm gonna go Archangels, Rod of Ages, Zhonya's, and Death Cap, and then Liandry's for a very last item because Liandry's also got buffed. Rylai's was nice, but since Rylai's costs a lot more, it kind of goes a little further back on my list. On my Cassiopeia guide, which I'll link in the description, I have Rylai's as the second item to buy, or a third. Can you do that here? Yes, but you would have to not buy Rod of Ages. And Rod of Ages to Archangel, since it gives you more mana and AP, stack really well together. So I'm gonna definitely have to update the guide, and we'll go from there. But this was my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned from it. Okay, it's nice and all for you to enjoy a couple of plays that I'll make here and there, but as long as you learn, I'm good with it. Okay. Again, runes and masteries are in the description. Hope you enjoyed, and good luck.